Hi, I'm Michelle Beck. I'm the founder of Writing for Wellness. If you would like to be kept up to date with the latest Writing for Wellness exercises and how it can help you, then like and subscribe. My website and social media handles are down below. If you like what I do and how I do it, then please consider donating. The donate button is also below, as I put out all this social media content for free because I wholeheartedly endorse the benefits of writing for wellness and believe that it should be available and accessible for all. I'm going to be uploading weekly writing for wellness exercises. But before we start, I'd like to really take it back to basics and do a thing called a free write. I've also heard it called automatic writing or meditative writing. And the reason I want to start here is because it's like retraining your brain to not think in a way of how you got taught at school. By that I mean grammar, starting new sentences, full stops even, capitals. I want that to just kind of go out of the window just for this free write process. Okay, so how I start is I bring myself into the space, into my room, tune into my body, think about what aches and pains I have. I've got a little bit of lower backache, so I kind of like straighten my posture, take in some deep breaths. And this is really important because this is kind of relaxing your body and your mind so you're able to do this in a way that's quite automatic. Okay, so then I literally will just pick up the pen, and it's up to you whether or not you put a timer on. Some people do, usually recommend between 5 to 7 minutes, sometimes even shorter, and sometimes it's better to do a series of them, so like 2 or 3 short bursts of just 2 to 3 minutes. It's up to you, find what works. It's a little bit like exercise, working out what works for you. Okay, so whether or not you put a timer on, that's completely up to you. And then you just start to write and you just let it flow, and you don't stop. You do not take your pen away from the paper, you just let it flow out and see what comes out. I'm going to start now. Okay, so I've just done a very short one to show you what I mean, and it's complete nonsense. It makes no sense. Okay, the sky is grey. It's the greyest of grey. A bird sings, one lone bird sings. It's such a melodic tune. It's so loud, louder than any other sound. Louder than my heartbeat, my breath, my deep breath. I've always breathed so loudly. I remember taking exams at school and people asking me if I was okay. Like, seriously, are you okay? I wish my breath was as melodic as that bird's song. I wish it rang through the air and set my mind into a peaceful sleep. If only I had birdsong breath, if only I did. So, this makes no sense at all. This is just thoughts, just automatic thoughts. But it felt very cathartic to tune into my environment, into sounds that I could hear. It was very mindful. And it's up to you. You can just stop at this point, and that can be, a little mindful exercise. Sometimes this is really good to do before you go into a bit of deeper writing, because it takes whatever is on the forefront of your mind onto the page, and then you can kind of go deeper in. We'll learn that later on. But for the purposes of automatic or free writing, this is a good thing to practice. And it's up to you whether you want to leave it there or you want to go away and have a little edit and a little play around and see what you can produce. I may do that for the purposes of this, just to show you that me personally, some people may be able to, but I'm never going to be able to write a perfect poem just doing a little free write, and that's not really what it's about. So I will show you the finished piece later. This is the second version of that first piece of writing that I did, and I've worked on it, and I'll read it out and then we'll talk about it afterwards. The greyest sky is home to a singing bird, a lone bird. Its song is melodic and pierces the silence, overshadowing my heartbeat, overshadowing a lone heartbeat. I wish my heart a melody, just like that bird's song, to play and keep and play on repeat, to brighten the darkest of skies and warm my breath. So I'm not proclaiming this is a good poem by any means, but I wonder if you can see that we've moved on from a nonsensical piece of writing to a little bit of a form that's now beginning to think about feelings and beginning to express an emotion within me. And it could be a fleeting or a passing emotion, which of course it is. But when you're reflecting on a mindful moment and how you're feeling in that moment, that's where you're able to take the process that's a step further and think about how your emotions are connecting with that mindful exercise. So that's it. I would absolutely love to see what you produce in your free write. If you feel like you'd like to share, please contact me. Please send your work or write in the comments below. I look forward to seeing what you produce. Take care.